Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, and we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Friday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. And then on Sunday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, Rudy Gobert is still awaiting his first All-Star appearance. His snub in 2019 raised eyebrows. The reigning Defensive Player of the Year averaged a career-high 15 points a game on a league-best 65% shooting from the field. And he missed a $1 million contract bonus due to that snub. Kevin, it's easy to see why he was emotional about it.
Yeah, D.A., very understandable. Thank you. The entire offseason leading up to tonight, Steve, as a player, do you already know if your team has a chance to be special this early?
You know, Kevin, yeah, you do. And I think the teams that I've been on and teams that you see and saying we don't have a chance to win, you try to trick yourself. You're looking at management ownership. Can we make a deal throughout this year to get us in contention? But you got to be realistic. You know the team that you don't have a chance to win the championship.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Robertson is out there with Paul, and it's Nader in at the 3 spot. And for Utah, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Bogdanovich out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3. Now here's Conley. Shot clock at 5. Here's Gobert. The Thunder pull it in. This is their first chance to take a look at the Jazz.
Two division rivals facing off tonight. They'll see one another 4 times this season.
Robertson with it. Covered by Mitchell. It's stolen by Gobert. Pass to Conley. Now Gobert. He dishes it to Mitchell. Clock at 6. Conley for 3. Drops in the tray. Conley's got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for Utah.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
And stolen by Bogdanovich. O'Neal against Gallinari. O'Neal passes to Mitchell. Outside Conley. Outside Bogdanovich. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Right nowadays, teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms, the reason for the Spider nickname.
And now Utah, fast break. The shot missing. So the Thunder will take it the other way. Gallinari finds Paul. There's 47 seconds left in the first. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Utah's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Utah. 6 on the shot clock. That's good for Mitchell on the assist by Gobert.
Good find, and one of Gobert's advantages as a passer, he can see over everyone's head.
Here's Paul. From deep 3-point range, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Utah with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. During his tenure in Utah, Coach Quinn Snyder is quickly...
We're very lucky to have a coach like that. He really takes everything, with heart, and he wants us to be the best defensive team in the league, as I do. And I think when the coach and the players are on the same page, usually, good things happen.
Coach Snyder doing a terrific job with his team.
Just a great tactician, and he's clearly got his guys buying in to his message.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Jazz performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
Green plays the 4 with Gobert at center. Mitchell is the 2 with Ingles at the 3. And it's Mudiay in at the point. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. That's good from Schroeder. Greg, last season, Dennis Schroeder transitioning to more of a 6th-man role with the Thunder.
And for his first go at that role, I thought Schroeder looked really good. He's always been able to score and create, and coming off the bench might be the best spot for him.
Mike Muscala is checked in for Oklahoma City. Now here's Mudiay. Now here's Gobert, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
No good on the second free throw. And, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. The Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
So it's Utah now, following the score by Oklahoma City. There's the pass to Mudiay. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Offensive rebound. Here's Green, hits the jumper. Green's got his first bucket of the night.
Hustle points count just like any others. That's a great play.
1:35 left in the first half. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No good on his first attempt of the game. Jazz leading by 4. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul, and they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it." And Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz, D.A. Thank you. Now here's Mudiay after the miss from Dennis Schroeder. Mudiay, no good.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Noel. Passes it to Schroeder. Over Ingles. And the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Schroeder.
Hard enough to stay attached to Schroeder one-on-one. Coming off screens, forget about it.
Now here's Mudiay. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Mitchell. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
In a short time span, I'm amazed at how far Donovan Mitchell's come. He has very few weaknesses for a young player.
And here is Paul. From deep.
The league quickly found out what Donovan Mitchell brings to the table.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny. Utah finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They hold a 4-point lead. Kenny, what's your take?
They were simply the better team on the offensive end. Every time the defense made an adjustment, they would make an adjustment on offense.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Well, when the game is decided and the clock is running out, the winning team shouldn't try to score. But we're seeing more of that these days. I'm not sure why. Kind of an unwritten rule. What do you think about that, Steve?
Yeah, Kevin, it used to be. And I watch a lot of these players come in. The game is decided. You know, they're up 10 or down 10, and they're still out here dunking, shooting. Back in my day, Kevin, you get that little ugly look from the team, and then the next game, you usually come up with a hard foul against you just to send a message.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Robertson, and it's Nader in at the 3, the small forward. Here is Paul. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Nader. Gallinari outside. For the tie. Rebounded by the Jazz. Mitchell right side. Gallinari with the rebound.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
Conley finds Bogdanovic. Drains it from beyond the arc. Bogdanovic has got 6.
Finding a man wide open, Mike Conley does an exceptional job of leading this team.
And in a league obsessed with shooting, easy to see why Bojan Bogdanovic has solidified himself as a key player.
I mean, over 40% from long range in recent years, competes defensively. He's a player.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Utah Jazz. Knocked loose. For the lead, Nader's shot's good. Nader's got the lead up to 2 now for the Thunder.
Gallinari, very unselfish, draws a lot of defensive attention, which often leads to open teammates.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. The shot off that time. So the Thunder will take it the other way. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Paul against Conley. Paul with the ball. 5 to shoot. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. The shot's good. Now it's a 4-point Oklahoma City lead.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now Mitchell. To stop the run. Drained for 2 points. Mitchell's got his second bucket of the night.
Coach doing a great job of putting Mitchell in pick-and-roll situations. For a young player, he makes good decisions.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Thunder out in front, leading by just 2. Live from... Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
hold your ground. Don't let him back your way in. Just hold your ground. The other thing, too, is once he picks the ball up, he's not going to shoot it. If he does, just stay down on him.
I like the way that Donovan's conveying that scouting report to his guys.
I mean, knowing how your opponent plays is important, and I think he's on point on this one.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Conley out there with Emmanuel Mudiay. Then there's Davis. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Ingles in at the power forward. That's the group right now for Utah. The Thunder shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Adams. Takes it out to Schroeder. And the pass to Noel. Over Mudiay. And Noel gets it to go on the assist by Schroeder.
More of a score-first point guard, but Schroeder doing a good job of finding the open man.
Conley against Schroeder. 11 feet away. And Davis can't get it to go.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Adams against Davis. Schroeder outside. Rebound, Utah. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth. O'Neal passes to Davis. And finished off by Davis.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Schroeder against Mudiay. And it's Schroeder missing.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Mudiay gets to Conley to take the lead. O'Neal trying to break free. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break chance. And that one's good. Schroeder. And the Thunder lead by 3.
Self-confidence, a huge part of his game. Schroeder never doubts his abilities.
Utah calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. There's a minute left to play in the final quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Danilo Gallinari.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Davis. Bogdanovich comes in for Royce O'Neal. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Mudiay. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, well, during the last break, I heard Quinn Snyder talking with his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, get into the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
And the second of 2 is good. That brings them within 2 here.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
Here's Paul. They get it again, and it's Adams on the follow. Adams has got the lead up to 4 now for Oklahoma City.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And the Jazz call time here. They're down by 4. 29 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Jazz again can't hit it. And they go to the intentional foul. .23 seconds left in the game. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
He gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Good job. Want to keep fueling that lead. Make your free throws.
On the wing, Ingles launches a 3. The rebound by Steven Adams. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
And it's interesting looking back at past drafts. Chris Paul taken 4th overall, but will be the clear number 1 in a do-over.
From deep three-point range, off target with that shot. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Danilo, transition, big for your team. I assume that was a big focus tonight.
Yes, we want to.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our